Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Marvel's Midnight Suns, as we continue our normal story mode run here. And we just finished up a mission in the last episode, and I think the first thing we want to do today is go out into the dark and see if we can figure out if that will be the trigger for the blood thing. Agatha wants to talk to us. Let's go talk to her real quick, just in case that is related.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze? I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions. But there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter. You certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge.
I have seen the tunnels. They were here before the Abbey.
I'm not surprised. You always have been curious. The tunnel may lead close enough to the heart of the forge to retrieve an ember.
Alrighty, find the tunnel.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
So I want to go see about that blood thing. So let's go check out the blood thing first. Which was that? This? I think so, maybe. Yeah, Dreamer's Descent. And I think keep going this way. I think it was over here. I can't remember now all of a sudden. Might have got myself turned around a bit. Alright, I think this is it. This is something else. Alright, let's try this way then. I thought it was over here. Oh no, it's the stone terrace. This is standing stones. That's right, that's right. I saw blood and I got confused for a second. So is that up here? Yes. Wish you could pull the map up on the screen while I'm running around, and maybe you can. I just missed it, but alright, let's go check this thing out. It is nighttime, and maybe something completely. That hint about come back another night may just mean you'll get there when we tell you you'll get there as part of the story. Nope.
The second blood gate. I should warn you, Hunter. You may find the trial ahead more difficult than I originally let on. The gods will push you harder, and you might very well fail.
And if I do?
You dust yourself off and you get back in there. Or you train, rethink your approach, and come back later, when you feel ready.
And what if I am hurt? Or worse still, what if something happened to Charlie?
Neither of you will be harmed, dear. That's not what this is about. The Elder Gods want to see what you're made of, but they're not out to get you. Well, except Chthon, but you already knew that.
Then I should make an attempt while I am here.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself. You're the only one getting an opportunity like this.
I will do my best.
Oh, and Hunter? I should mention, you'll only be able to make one attempt at the trials per night. Even the old gods grow weary of their children eventually. Good luck.
All right, well, let's go. Reveal trial of the elder gods at Atum. Reveal that which was lost long ago. Recommended level 8. Current player, you're at level 14. Okay, so maybe we could have done this a long time ago. I think we'll be fine. Defeat 16 Lilith within 4 turns to complete the trial.
When many of the elder gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
All right, I definitely think we do the call to arms. We do have the Holy Spark to be able to kind of do some good damage on something. And we also have Howl, which will get us some good stuff as well. Let's start with call to arms.
The advantage is mine.
Let's do the Howl because that one's going to be the most bang for its buck. And make sure we're howling these two guys back here because everybody else is singletons anyway. I guess it's really just the big guys that we care about.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Okay. That was good. On KO, draw a card. Knock back any direction. On KO, draw a card. So we still definitely want to do the quick if we can. It's a little bit unfortunate to waste it on something that will just die. We can also do the Bands of Fire because that will give us a card return as well. So, knock back in any direction. So if we Bands of Fire you to do maximum damage to you and knock you back into one of these guys to make sure we do get a KO this turn, then I think that will work.
You had your chance to escape. I am afraid you might not make it back from this one.
We might even be able to Holy Spark you to finish you off. Yes. Which would count as a quick. I mean, you were marked as well. So the quick, we didn't need the quick there specifically, but... Draw 2 cards, exhaust. On KO, draw a card. I do think we want to use this because it will get us a card play and obviously give us the heroism right now.
I am impressed.
I think that works. All right, we got patience, so we can sit on that for a bit. I mean, we can just finish that guy with patience at some point. Truth be told, we could use it now, but I don't know if that's something that we need to do. Just draw 2 cards, exhaust. Yeah, sure.
They do not stand a chance.
We could get just a whole bunch more heroism. I don't know we're going to need that much. I actually think that bite would be fine. Yeah, I think this will be fine. Just kill a couple of these guys and get the 2 heroism. We'll be good with that.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
All right, and we do have some redraws. I don't know that we need them. I mean, yeah, I think we know what our play next turn is. Unless some more mobs spawn, which I'm actually not sure if they do in this one or not. We should be able to either maul this guy and finish him off, and then patience you, or some combination of the effect. We'll figure it out. That feels pretty solid first turn.
They are still coming for me.
Alright, so we do get reinforcements. That's okay. A lot of reinforcements.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demogorg, the God Eater.
I guess it does say kill
This is a
16
cautionary tale.
Lilith, so
Your timing could use some work.
can't quite get that other one, but we could kill 3 of these right now with the Holy Burst. That would be an easy one, so we will count on that. I guess the marked replaces the... my brain was not thinking clearly earlier for some reason, but marked is still good on these little guys because the ability that doesn't have quick will still benefit from it and basically be a quick. So yeah, Hal is still really, really good for these guys. So what I think we want to do is Hal over here. Let's get Hal on these 4. I think that works perfectly. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to
Some for the rest of us.
Holy Burst these 3, one of them being the Hal target, which will give us a card play back.
I can handle it. Your mother abandons you.
Also triggers Paragon Collar. Next light ability is free, which would give us the heal, which would give us a couple more card plays, so that might be worth it. In fact, we might start with that just so we can see what we got in front of us.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
I mean, I guess we'll do you, just because you got a little bit of damage on you.
The light's gift.
Cool. Alright. 2 card plays. We got a couple guys that are marked over here, so we can definitely get some things back on them. In fact, we can just do a couple bites on both of these guys. Actually, 3 guys, to be fair. And that would be fine. So let's just do that. It's just... Oh, that's going to give us heroism. So actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and start with the patience, I think. I know we could save it, but there's no benefit of saving it. We're going to get all this heroism back here in a minute. Or a lot of it back.
Feel my call.
Yeah, because we can do a couple bites, get 2 of that heroism back real quick.
Now that was something.
That Hal is extremely strong. We don't need the double right now, so we'll just Morning Star this guy, I think.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
We need some reinforcements back now, cause we're done. So yeah, I guess we'll skip for now. There's nothing else for us to do.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test your skills.
I do like the knockback on KO draw a card. I also like just starting off with a card draw here. I think that's exactly what we're going to do.
The light is on our side.
Could have doubled heroism, but I don't think there's any benefit there. Alright, we got Holy Burst. That's going to take care of all of this. Oh, not all of it. All but 1.
I had hoped for a challenge.
We're quite strong, especially with our little buddy Charlie over there. And then at this point, just whatever. I guess we will KO you so we get another card draw for whatever comes up next turn.
I saw a move like that once.
Got Hal back. That's huge. Should be the last turn, I guess.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in.
All right.
And with live targets, too.
Let's mark all these guys.
I am impressed.
All right. I need some card draws. All right. Do this.
Your time has come. You were unprepared.
Paragon color again. We don't need any of this, right? We just quick you. And then vulnerable the other two. With or bite the other two, I guess. Maul.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
I mean, I'm going to be honest.
That was something.
This version of Charlie, which I don't know if this is the same one we get from our hero card. I think he's just a smaller version of this. This version of Charlie and her, I think we can take on just about any mission just by ourselves. That's a pretty strong combo. That is that. We still have one more turn, I guess. And we're done. We killed everything. Hit our numbers. Let's go.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
Good work, Hunter. I mean, we are pretty strong, but that was very easy. Where the hunter goes, death follows. All right, well, that was fun. We got a new shrine to go into. Which I assume this will lead us to another ability.
Oh, this looks like it belongs here.
Calling on Adam reveals you to reveal all manner of mysteries hidden from view. So it's just a reveal. Okay, this may be long forgotten structures or events that cannot be detected with the naked eye. Gotcha. And there's a bunch of this stuff.
You shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
So I'm assuming it spawns up bridges and all sorts of stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot that we've been waiting on this thing for. Wanda's been here. Alright, so I'm assuming it's this. Yep. Nice.
The son of Gaia approves.
Now we got all sorts of stuff to explore now. Where are we? Oh, we're over here in the Valley of the Winds. Can we get down there? What is that? Green bean floating around over there. No, we can't jump down from here. Did I miss a path off to the side? No. Must be another way to get down there at some point. Oh, we get a lot of death cap for whatever that's worth.
Something terrible happened here.
We might have just seen our mission for this episode, because I think we got a lot of exploration to do now.
This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia, with the Abbey, to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the SUNS are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World, just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wondergore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the moon seal?
After the trials, the moon seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
All right. Well, obviously there's something there. Let's poke around a little bit first. Nothing else to click, so we'll click the obvious thing in the middle of the room. Well, if we can. Oh, unless it's one of these things. No.
Autumn must not see it that way. Was this always here? I may have forgotten a few things, but I feel as if I would remember a decrepit church on the grounds.
You may not remember the structure, but maybe you've heard of the man responsible for it? Hiram Shaw? This was his house of worship, and like a great many things on the grounds, Sarah preferred to keep it in a sort of mystic quarantine. Even I haven't been inside.
Is that all she did while I slept? Seal things off for our protection?
She can be overzealous at times, but in this case, she was right to be wary.
So what dark secret does this place hold?
When Hiram Shaw first came to Salem, he was little more than a charlatan posing as a preacher. He managed to convince a few desperate souls to join his congregation, and with their help, he broke ground on this church. Whether it was coincidence or fate, in digging beneath the church, Shaw found something that would change the course of all of our lives. A long-forgotten page of the Darkhold.
If Shaw found a page of the Darkhold, it was because Chthon wanted it that way.
I tend to agree. That cursed book is always seeking out a way to return its master to power.
And a power-hungry preacher makes for the ideal messenger of darkness.
Yes, Shaw was an eager study, consumed almost immediately by the whisperings of Chthon and the Darkhold's power. Nearly overnight, the people of Salem, old and new, were at his threshold, waiting for the word.
You still got something to talk to me about?
Something on your mind?
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective. Until we speak again.
So, how do we... Is it like under us? What am I missing?
Never.
know?
I didn't mean to talk to you.
Goodbye.
Trying to click. I was just spam clicking to see if there's anything I'm just missing to click on, but I am not finding anything. And this thing is. I'm confused. I mean, I don't. There's no reason that would do anything, right? Yeah.
She does not see it happening.
What about this back here? Ah, that worked.
This must be Shaw's study.
Common chest no longer require an arcane key. Oh, that's pretty helpful. Alright, well. Still got something under there. I'm assuming, do we just keep going further back? Yes.
Noble Ashtur guides my hand.
Like we're still missing something back there, but I'm not sure how to find it. Explore the church grounds. Okay, so I guess that's just the stuff back here.
is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
All right. Well, I guess as far as we can go there. Wanda's journal.
Autumn, show me the way.
Nice key. All right. Well, let's go open that rare one just because we're over here. Interrogation records. Come on. Let me open it. New Haven. Wonder who would like to come here. Honestly, probably Blade, but... Where are we? Okay. Yeah, this new ability is going to open up a lot of new stuff.
Autumn be praised.
We'll come up here first. This looks like it dead ends anyway. Suspended in an iron cage for several weeks, the unnatural longevity of the suspect revealed her true nature. Getting a lot of havens. Let's check this real quick.
Ah, I see. Fascinating.
Let's open you up. All right, before we go down, we will go up this way.
He sees our path.
There's just going to be a lot of keys along the way. That's pretty cool. That explains what was over here. I was like, what is over this way? It's nothing. There we go. Ooh, no.
Must not be her purview.
Okay, we'll come back for that later. Wanda's journal. Where are we going now? We're going back down this way, which we'll eventually meet back up where we've been before. Got another one of these things. Is this the one we've already opened? No, because we haven't done this thing over here. A lot of potions available to us. I'm assuming is that going to be what the cauldron's for? One to go.
If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker, a notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him.
As far as we can go down there, it looks like that is it. Alright, cool. We'll come back up this way. Lots of new havens. Do we want to go that way? Looks like this is going to be another one of those blocked spots, so that's fine. Yep, okay.
She believes in our purpose.
Alright, so we're definitely getting something for that later, right? So, good to know. Ah, in fact, there we go.
I need to find the next moon seed.
Wonder if that's related. Oh, and I bet we can't go over here without that. Let's see. Yeah, I bet that goes all the way around to that. Okay, so good to know. We'll have a couple more things down the road. Interesting.
the goddess of order approves.
Agatha's cottage.
Agatha's house.
Agatha. Heimdall has aided in the transfer of Loki's confiscated cauldron. It will be delivered to the location you marked in your letter, the same letter that found its way to Asgard and directly into Odin's hand. Your request caused a great deal of excitement, prompting Odin to appoint me to the newly formed position of Asgardian warrior. Clerk to arrange the transfer. I cannot think of a better way to utilize my abilities than to act as your delivery girl. Interesting. Goodness gracious, we're getting lots of stuff now. Odin, I suspect, is quite entertained at this point, knowing the history of Loki's cauldron and the destruction and turmoil that awaits you. I hope that this relic lives up to your expectations should the need arise for another transfer. I hope to be caught up in various life and death struggles which require my attention. Agatha, I know you enjoy a good challenge, and she'll have it with this wretched thing. Hello. That's the same symbols. Too vulnerable to an enemy with block. It's actually pretty good. So.
Curious.
Well, then how do I reorder them? Because this is a different order. Okay. So this is the Abbey. And this is Agatha's. And it's going to be the mountain. And then the little, I don't know, upside down whatchamacallit. Actually, I think that's... No, I think these are all basically the same symbols. I think I might have just drawn one improperly before. And then the triangle with the circle and arms coming off of it. The little ship looking boat thing. And then finally the thing that looks kind of like a frog to me. All right. Well, we got that order now, I guess.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Autumn be praised.
Well, it appears we're going to have no shortage of keys going forward. All right, I think that's everything up here. back up to the cemetery. We have not gone this way yet. Another one of those places over there that we can't get past. And another one down here. Okay, so it definitely appears to be the next thing. I think we're good to go all the way back now. Which one is it? I thought that was... That's not what I wanted. I thought the right thingy was...
Goddess must be busy.
The speed running thing. Oh, you know what? I think I have my... What am I doing wrong? Why can't I get rid of you? I don't want to take a photo. Fine, we took a photo. Fine, whatever. Why can't I go back? Something broke. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought it was exiting the game. I know it's still the photo thing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why. I thought the speed running thing was that button. Whatever. I'm not going to stress it. All right, back over here. Hi, there's another place down there. Another whatever they just called them. Hideout thingy-majigger. We already went that way. Go back this way. There's the thing we got to come back for later. Wait, really?
Autumn thinks otherwise.
What? How does that?
Autumn does not answer.
Why would you not answer here? Oh, I was just not in the right spot. Okay.
He sees our path.
We already went down there. I do see a thing to pick. We'll go to the stone thingamajiggers up here. Look at those. I know there's probably more of those symbols that I'm forgetting about all over the place. There's one over here, isn't there? By my fort. Somehow I missed a journal page. Thought there was one up here. Oh, there it is.
The son of Gaia approves.
There's one there too. I literally have to be
here,
in the exact right spot. Really?
There must not be anything here.
Am I facing the wrong direction? Is that what it is? Okay, I know there's something here. I can see it.
If it was here, Autumn would show me.
Why are you not triggering?
Autumn thinks otherwise.
There we go. It's being cranky.
Autumn reveals all.
Alright, I think I'm going to go look at the stone thingy up here, and that might be it for the episode. Lots of exploration this episode. And more to come, because we obviously still know there's a lot more of these things floating about.
Autumn, show me the way.
Wait a minute. Hello. Okay, there's the symbols again. And we've got two patterns for these symbols now. And we can touch them. Okay, well, let's touch the one with the Abbey first, because we've seen that one first. So that would be the ship-looking thing. Followed by the mountains. Then, I don't know what do you want to call this thing right here. Followed by the frog. And finally, the triangle with arms. Okay. 1. Nice. All right, and then there's another one for Agatha's place. So that would be the mountain. Followed by the little sickle thing. I don't know. Triangle with arms. We'll call it a little boat, a little ship. And finally the frog. Aha, so there's going to be another one after this. Nice. I mean, these are just obviously cosmetic at this point, or primarily cosmetic, so not a huge deal to get these, but still kind of cool. Why not get some credits at least? Still don't know what that green bean is there. I said green bean. Green beam. I don't know what that vegetable is over there. Was there another thing to reveal over this way? We do. Yeah, we got a key for you on as well. I don't think there was another one. I may be misremembering. I'm probably just going to teleport back to the Abbey at this point because anything else we find, we're just going to have to find where we go. Oh, there we go. There's one right there.
Autumn be praised.
Another key. Okay, so it's just going to be a lot of keys and a few other things along the way, but mostly a lot of keys. I know there's a couple more bridge spots that we've seen before that we'll be able to cross now. All right, well, like I said, let's teleport back to the Abbey. I think we've done enough exploration on this side of things. Not too bad. Oh, actually, we can fast travel here. I didn't think about that. And those are open. That's opened. A couple more down here that we could open later. That one's open already, but this one is not. We can open that one as later. Quite a few things we could come back for. But yeah, let's come back to the Abbey. Where's the thingy? I'm not seeing the symbol. Oh, there it is. Just the Abbey itself. All right, we'll go ahead and cut in there. It's a pretty long episode, but we did get to start off with some good fun battling with Charlie. Like I said, that's a lot of fun. He's very, very good combo there. And do lots of exploration. So we'll do some more next time, as well as do another mission, and we'll go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.